Aging. It's something we all go through, but sometimes it brings surprises we weren't expecting. You might have thought you knew what it'd be like to get older, but things like forgetting names, feeling suddenly tired, or even struggling with everyday tasks can really catch you off guard. It can be frustrating, maybe even a little isolating, especially when you're used to being independent and active. But here's the good news. You're not alone in this. Many of us go through the same changes, and the good news is that there are things you can do to help manage it. Take a moment to think about your own experiences. Have you noticed any of these changes in yourself lately? Or maybe you're finding it harder to do things you once did easily. If so, don't worry. You're in the right place. In today's video, we'll talk about how aging can bring some unexpected challenges, just like it has for many others. We'll dive into these changes and explore simple, practical solutions to help you feel more comfortable and stay connected as you go through it. But before we get started, I'd love to hear from you. What's been the biggest change you've noticed as you've gotten older? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. I bet someone else is feeling the same way. And I'd also love to know from which city you're watching from. I always love to see where our community reaches. All right, let's dive into how we can face these changes together and find ways to stay active, happy, and feeling our best. 1. Forgetting names and important details. Have you ever been in a situation where you bump into someone you've known for years, and suddenly you can't remember their name? This happened to Sarah recently. She ran into a neighbor at the grocery store, someone she's had countless conversations with, and yet, the name just wouldn't come to her. It left her feeling a little embarrassed, but honestly, this is something many of us experience as we get older. Forgetting names, dates, or little details can feel frustrating, especially when it starts happening more frequently. It might even make you feel like you're losing your touch or that something's wrong. But trust me, you're not alone. This is a common part of aging, and it happens to everyone regardless of how sharp we think we are. So, what can you do when your memory feels a little foggy? Here's the good news. There are some simple strategies that can help you manage it. For instance, try writing down names or important details about people you meet. It could be a neighbor's name, something about a family member, or even a specific event that you want to remember. Writing it down can give you that little reminder when you need it most. You can even use your phone as a memory aid. Setting reminders or notes for yourself can be super helpful. If you know you're going to see someone, just take a quick glance at your notes beforehand. It only takes a second but can make all the difference in making you feel more confident and connected. And don't forget, it's okay if you forget. If you find yourself unsure of someone's name, just ask. Most people will totally understand, and asking again shows you care about remembering them, which is always a good thing. Have you ever had a similar experience? Maybe you found a trick that helps you with memory lapses? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and share how you manage these moments, so we can all learn from each other. 2. Dealing with sudden exhaustion. Sarah has recently experienced something she didn't expect. She's feeling more tired than usual, even after doing simple tasks that once felt effortless, like making lunch or taking a short stroll around the house. What used to be second nature now feels like a lot of effort, and it's starting to leave her frustrated. If you've been feeling the same way, you're not alone. Sudden exhaustion is something that many seniors face as they age, and while it's completely normal, it's not always easy to deal with. So what can you do about it? The first step is to pace yourself. Instead of trying to tackle everything at once, try breaking up your tasks into smaller chunks throughout the day. Spread out your chores and activities, and don't hesitate to take breaks. Even just sitting for a few minutes can help recharge your energy levels and give you the boost you need to keep going. Staying hydrated is another simple but important tip. Dehydration can often cause fatigue, so make sure to drink plenty of water throughout the day. Along with hydration, focusing on eating smaller, balanced meals can keep your energy steady without the crash that comes after a large meal. Try to include more fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains in your diet. They'll provide the nutrients your body needs to stay energized. Lastly, listen to your body. If you need to rest, take a nap, or just sit and relax for a while, that's okay. Your body is telling you it needs a break, and honoring that will help you feel better in the long run. What about you? How do you manage your energy as you age? We'd love to hear your tips and experiences in the comments below. Let's help each other find ways to keep our energy levels up and feel our best. Lately, Sarah has been noticing something that's been a bit unsettling. Even though she's been sticking to her usual routine, taking walks, enjoying her garden, and going to the gym occasionally, her weight has been creeping up. It's frustrating, especially since her activity level hasn't changed much. This is something a lot of seniors experience, even when their lifestyle seems consistent. As we get older, our metabolism naturally slows down, making it easier to gain weight, particularly around the belly. It can feel like no matter how much you move, the weight keeps adding on. So, how does Sarah handle this? The first step is to take a balanced approach. While it's still important to stay active, her body might need fewer calories now. Being more mindful of portion sizes can help manage the weight without feeling deprived. Sarah can focus on nutrient-dense foods like vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and whole grains while cutting back on processed foods and sugars. Exercise remains crucial, but it's okay if she can't do the intense workouts she used to. Even a 20 to 30-minute walk each day can help keep her metabolism active and maintain muscle mass. Plus, adding in some light strength training like using resistance bands or light weights can help preserve muscle, which burns more calories even at rest. It's all about listening to her body and making adjustments rather than trying to be perfect. Weight gain may be common as we age, but it's something that can be managed with the right strategies. What challenges have you faced with staying fit as you age? Drop your tips and experiences in the comments. Let's help each other out. Sarah has always been someone who takes her health seriously, but recently, she's been finding herself at the doctor's office more often than she'd like. It feels like every month there's a new appointment to keep track of, whether it's for routine checkups, blood tests, or just managing minor health concerns. It can really start to feel overwhelming. And Sarah's not alone. As we get older, it's common for doctor visits to become more frequent. It can seem like it's taking over your life, but here's the thing. Frequent doctor visits are actually a positive sign. They mean you're staying on top of your health, being proactive, and preventing small issues from turning into big ones. Regular screenings, like checking your blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar levels, are important tools to ensure you're on track. Catching something early is far better than letting it become a bigger issue down the line. It can feel like a lot, but staying on top of these appointments is key to maintaining long-term health. To make this process a little easier, Sarah found it helpful to create a health calendar. She writes down all her appointments and sets reminders so nothing slips through the cracks. Keeping a simple medical journal can also help. Track your symptoms, medications, and any questions you have for your doctor. This way, you can stay organized and feel in control of your health, even when it seems like the appointments keep piling up. So, do you find it hard to keep track of all your doctor visits? How do you manage your health appointments? Share your tips in the comments below. Let's support one another in making this part of aging a little easier to handle. Sarah has always loved reading, but lately, she's been finding it harder to focus on books for extended periods. What used to be an enjoyable escape now feels more like a challenge. After just a few pages, her mind starts to wander, and the story no longer holds her attention. If you've experienced something similar, you're definitely not alone. As we age, it's completely natural to face challenges with memory and concentration. Tasks that once seemed effortless may require extra effort and patience, which can be frustrating when your mind doesn't feel as sharp as it once did. The good news is there are plenty of ways to keep your mind engaged and improve focus. Start by incorporating activities that challenge your brain, such as puzzles, word games, or even crossword challenges. These exercises help stimulate cognitive function and keep you thinking critically. Reading is still a fantastic way to engage your brain, but if long sessions are tough, try breaking them into shorter bursts. Instead of reading for an hour, try reading for 15 to 20 minutes, then take a short break before continuing. You could also consider picking up a new hobby, like learning a musical instrument, mastering a new language, or taking up a creative activity such as painting or writing. The act of learning something new is a powerful way to strengthen brain connections. Additionally, don't overlook the importance of physical exercise, good nutrition, and quality sleep. These all play a critical role in supporting cognitive health. Regular physical activity not only keeps your body fit but also boosts brain function. What strategies have you found helpful for keeping your mind sharp? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear how you keep your brain engaged as you age. As time passes, Sarah has begun to notice a gradual change in her social circle. Many of her close friends have either moved away or, sadly, passed on. She often finds herself reminiscing about the days when they would gather for coffee, share stories, or take long walks together. Those moments of connection seem further out of reach now, and it's left Sarah feeling more isolated than before. This is something that happens to many as they age. Loneliness can become more pronounced when social circles shrink, and mobility becomes more limited. It's a natural part of life, but that doesn't make it any easier. The good news is that you don't have to face this feeling alone, and it's possible to find new ways to stay connected. One of the most powerful ways to combat loneliness is by taking small steps to engage with others. Sarah has found that participating in local senior groups or community activities, whether it's a book club, gardening group, or even a cooking class, can bring back a sense of belonging. If getting out and about is challenging, she's also discovered the benefits of joining online communities or social media groups. These platforms offer a space to chat and connect with others who share similar interests or experiences. And even though it's not the same as face-to-face interaction, it can still provide a strong sense of connection and help reduce feelings of isolation. The key is consistency. You don't need a large social circle to feel connected. Sometimes, small, regular interactions are more than enough to keep your emotional well-being intact. Staying socially active, even in small ways, can work wonders for your mental and emotional health. What have you found to be the most effective ways to stay connected with others? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's help each other find new ways to build meaningful relationships as we age. Sarah has always been someone who enjoys staying active, but recently, she's noticed a shift. What used to be simple tasks, like walking around the block or bending down to tie her shoes, have become unexpectedly difficult. These movements, once second nature, now feel like they require a lot more effort. This decline in mobility is a common experience as we age, but it doesn't have to be permanent. While it can be discouraging, the good news is that there are things you can do to help maintain and even improve your mobility over time. One of the most effective ways to stay flexible and keep your body moving is through consistent stretching and strength exercises. Even just a few minutes each day can make a significant difference. Gentle stretches can help preserve flexibility in your muscles and joints, while strength training can keep your muscles strong, crucial for stability and balance. Low-impact exercises like walking, yoga, or water aerobics are great options, as they're easy on the joints but still provide plenty of benefits. Sarah has also started incorporating leg and core strengthening exercises, which have made a big difference in her posture and overall balance. It's important not to push yourself too hard. Start slow, and always listen to your body. With time and consistency, you'll likely notice an improvement in your ability to move more comfortably and with less strain. How do you stay active and maintain your mobility as you age? Share your tips in the comments below. Let's support each other in staying active and flexible as we grow older. As time has gone on, Sarah has noticed that getting a restful night's sleep has become a bit more challenging. What used to be an effortless part of her routine now feels like a struggle. She often finds herself waking up in the middle of the night and tossing and turning, unable to get back to sleep. By morning, she's left feeling drained and frustrated. This is something many people experience as they age. Changes in our bodies, whether from hormones, stress, or physical discomfort, can all interfere with our ability to sleep well. The good news is, there are plenty of ways to improve the quality of your sleep. For Sarah, one of the biggest game changers has been sticking to a regular sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day has helped her body get back into rhythm. She also limits caffeine in the afternoon, knowing that it can disrupt her sleep later in the night. Sarah has found that incorporating a relaxation routine before bed, like deep breathing exercises or light stretching, helps her wind down and prepare for a restful sleep. Also, creating a peaceful sleep environment, such as keeping her room cool, dark, and quiet, has made a big difference in her ability to sleep soundly. If Sarah continues to face sleep difficulties, She knows it's okay to talk to a doctor. Sometimes there are underlying health issues that can be addressed with a little help from a professional. How about you? Do you have any favorite bedtime rituals or tips for improving sleep? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's all work together to get the rest we deserve as we age. As Sarah has gotten older, she's had to face a few realities. One of which is that her once sharp senses aren't quite as sharp anymore. While she's always prided herself on having great vision and hearing, these days, she finds herself reaching for glasses more often, even for tasks like reading. And in noisy environments, she struggles to follow conversations, which can leave her feeling isolated, especially during social gatherings. Like many people, Sarah's experiences with changing vision and hearing are a natural part of aging. But that doesn't make it any easier. The good news is that there are effective ways to stay connected to the world around us, even as our senses change. For Sarah, staying proactive about her health has been key. She makes sure to attend regular eye and hearing exams to stay ahead of any potential issues. She knows that an updated prescription can make a world of difference, and when it comes to hearing, using hearing aids has been a game changer. These devices allow her to fully engage in conversations and enjoy activities without feeling disconnected. Sarah is a strong believer that there's no shame in using assistive devices. They're there to enhance her quality of life and ensure she remains an active participant in the world. By addressing these challenges early, Sarah's been able to preserve her independence and minimize any feelings of isolation. Have you noticed changes in your vision or hearing? How have you managed these changes? Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's support each other in staying connected and engaged as we age. As the seasons change, Sarah has started to notice something unusual. She used to be able to enjoy the summer sun or take winter walks without giving it a second thought. Now, both the scorching summer heat and the cold winter air seem to hit her a lot harder than before. What once felt comfortable is now overwhelming at times. This shift in how her body reacts to temperature changes is something many people experience as they get older. It's natural for sensitivity to heat or cold to increase, but that doesn't mean there aren't ways to adjust and stay comfortable. For Sarah, one of the keys is layering her clothing. This allows her to easily add or remove pieces depending on how the temperature shifts during the day. During warmer months, she opts for lightweight, moisture-wicking fabrics to stay cool. When it's cold, she pulls out her wool sweaters and cozy scarves to keep warm. At home, Sarah's made a few simple changes too. On chilly nights, she uses a heating pad for extra warmth or adds another blanket to her bed. In the summer, she keeps things cool by using fans or air conditioning. A cool compress or refreshing body spray also helps when the heat becomes too much. Even with these adjustments, Sarah knows the importance of listening to her body and taking breaks when necessary. By making these small changes, she's found ways to stay comfortable and manage her temperature sensitivity without sacrificing her enjoyment of the seasons. Do you find yourself struggling with temperature changes? What tricks have helped you stay comfortable? Share your ideas in the comments below. Let's help each other stay cozy and enjoy the seasons as they come. Lately, Sarah has been noticing something that surprises her. She's become more easily frustrated with the little things. Whether it's a missed appointment, a delayed delivery, or just an unexpected inconvenience, she finds herself feeling irritated in a way she didn't used to. This change in her temper is a bit unsettling, especially since she's always been someone who remained patient under pressure. But it turns out Sarah's not alone. As we age, mood swings or irritability can become more common. Hormonal changes, shifting brain chemistry, and the stresses of life can make emotions feel more intense. This is completely natural, but that doesn't mean it's easy to cope with. The good news? There are ways to manage these feelings. For Sarah, one of the most effective tools has been deep breathing. When she feels herself getting frustrated, she pauses, takes a deep breath, holds it for a few seconds, and slowly exhales. This simple act helps calm her nerves and reset her emotions. Another helpful practice Sarah has embraced is mindfulness. She takes time each day to check in with herself, reflecting on her emotions and where they're coming from. By doing so, she feels more in control and better able to respond calmly, instead of letting the frustration take over. In addition, Sarah's found that focusing on gratitude can really shift her mindset. Every evening, she takes a moment to jot down a few things she's thankful for, whether it's a kind word from a friend or a peaceful walk outside. This practice helps her focus on the positive, making it easier to stay calm and maintain perspective. It's perfectly normal to feel more irritable with age, but with a few simple strategies, Sarah is learning how to manage her emotions and find more peace in her daily life. Have you noticed any changes in your mood as you've gotten older? What do you do to stay calm? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's help each other keep our peace of mind as we age. Sarah has always prided herself on being independent. Whether it was running errands, maintaining her home, or simply taking care of herself, she relished the freedom of handling things on her own. But recently, she's noticed that she's feeling more reluctant to ask for help, especially when it comes to tasks that used to be second nature, like grocery shopping or handling household chores. The idea of relying on others has become a bit unsettling. For Sarah, the thought of asking for help feels like a loss of independence, a shift she's not sure how to navigate. It's a difficult adjustment, but Sarah is realizing that it doesn't have to be this way. In fact, seeking help when needed doesn't diminish her strength. It can actually be empowering. The key is recognizing that accepting support doesn't mean she's losing control. It's about finding ways to continue living her life to the fullest, even if it means leaning on others for assistance. Whether it's a family member, a close friend, or even a professional, there's no shame in letting others help. In fact, by delegating tasks or reaching out when she needs it, Sarah is learning to preserve her energy for what truly matters, things that bring her joy, peace, and fulfillment. Instead of feeling burdened by tasks that wear her down, she can now focus on the things that make her feel more purposeful and connected to life. It's a shift in perspective. Asking for help doesn't make her any less capable. It takes courage to admit when you need a hand, and this adjustment is just a part of adapting to the changes that come with aging. Have you had to ask for help more as you've gotten older? How did you cope with this change? Share your stories in the comments below, and let's support one another as we embrace the changes of aging while maintaining our independence in new ways. As we grow older, aging can bring about some unexpected challenges. Whether it's physical changes, shifting emotions, or simply the need to adapt to a new lifestyle, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But by acknowledging and accepting these changes, you take an important step towards improving your well-being and overall quality of life. The truth is, you're never truly alone on this journey. Many others are navigating similar experiences, and together, we can support one another. Embracing the changes that come with age allows you to not only adapt but thrive in new and meaningful ways. So, if you're feeling uncertain, remember that asking for help or sharing your experiences with others can make all the difference. Don't shy away from reaching out for support. It's a vital part of the process. If you found this helpful, be sure to give it a like, share it with someone who could use a little encouragement, and subscribe for more tips and advice crafted specifically for navigating life as we age.